Being a father is a blessing, you know. As I was saying, many people don't get the chance and the opportunity to be fathers, you know. So I feel blessed, you know. And it's a joy. Kids bring a different kind of joy to your life that before kids you wouldn't be able to explain it, and even when you have kids it's still kind of hard to explain it, you know. I love my children, you know. I love being around them, I love encouraging them, and just that part of my life is good. You know, being a father to me is just supporting your kids and making sure they have the best in life.
What does it mean to be a dad? It starts with the news that mommy is pregnant, and then that shock and awe, and the reality sets in, and you watch that fetus grow in the womb, and you are confronted with this reality that this child is going to depend on you. And it started with a commitment to the mother that I'll be here, and eventually when the child is born and when you get the opportunity to hold that child, you also experience a love that you don't necessarily have not felt before. And you transfer that commitment now to that child, and I think I did.
I have been involved in teaching and working with young people since about 1989. And while in the formal classroom setting, I may have had hundreds of students over that period of time, I also interact with the students or with youngsters, teenagers, young adults in various spheres. Having interacted with my students and those who are not necessarily my academic students, I have learned to be grateful to my own parents. I have learned to tell them thanks for all that they have done. And I use those lessons along with the lessons that I would have learned from my own teachers in my interaction. I realize that it is important to spend time just to talk. Sometimes the classroom is abuzz with teaching and teaching content about subject matter, and we're dealing with people, and they have issues, and if you're going to be a good teacher, you have to learn to listen.
2 years ago, we had a fire at our house, and we lost everything pretty much, you know. And it's been hard building back, but, you know, kids are strong and resilient, you know, and you have to put on a good face for them. You don't want them to see that things are really harder than it really is, you know, or make them have any stress that them don't really have to go through as kids, you know. But that was hard, losing everything, you know, and going through the process of, you know, losing it and then accepting that it's lost and then trying to build back, you know, was hard and still is hard, you know. But with friends and family and, you know, the kids too, you know, and my wife, you know, we're on a path to rebuild. And slowly but surely, you know, we're getting there.
Understanding what they feel, what they are engaged in, what is affecting them, because that way you can empathize. Sympathy is one thing, but empathizing and knowing that your student or the person to whom you're speaking generally has a set of challenges, then that helps you to be a good listener and to not necessarily find the answers for them. Sometimes they do have the answers and you're just really there to be a guide.
Well, challenge was losing her mom when she was just about 7 years old. Because there are times when we used to make fun, and when mom was still here, we would say, oh, you do that. That will be your task, that will. And then the reality that you have a 7-year-old without a mom now, and then everything is on you. And that was my greatest challenge. But what I did, I turned to my faith and my mom. And so far it has been a good relationship. It has brought me closer to my mom, which didn't grow me. And we're good, we're really tight. Scared about boyfriend time. But I guess I'll get over it. I got over menstruation, so I'll get over. I have produced a child who will contribute to the family, the community, and this country and the wider world.